All right, you ready for a great team meeting? You ready for a great new year? Turn to your neighbor and say, this is going to be your best year ever. If you don't believe that, get out. We don't want you here. We're in a belief here that we're constantly growing and you're getting better and your best days are ahead of you. If I have not had the opportunity to meet you, my name is Chad St. Jean. I'm the operating partner. What that means is I just represent the ownership group, make good decisions. I sat as the team leader in this office for 10 years and it survived with my leadership and thrive. And yet I know some of you have been with me over the years. And so we're going to go back and do a little bit. Some of the format remains the same. It never goes away on team meeting. But this is a time of getting better, being inspired, and getting into a new year. So just kick this off. See if my remote works. Bucket fills. Oh, we got to get excited. All right, somebody share something great. This is where you interact, by the way. I will carry this meeting all the way. Go ahead.
New listing listed at last Friday. Pictures are being done as we speak. It is a 2,700 square foot home here in Sugar Land, and I'm putting it on the market for $525.
All right. You going to sell it?
Oh, it's going to be sold.
Oh, it's going to be sold. I like it. Okay, great. All right, what else?
Yeah, no. Tomorrow.
Oh, Fort Bend County, the ISD, they really went on a long break. Children are a blessing. You should love every minute you have with them. Right, Ashton? All right. Somebody else. Come on, a new year, a new start. Get the energy going. Anybody rocking and rolling in the new year? With business, that is? Anyone else?
Anybody?
Woo! You guys are going to make me work today. All right, I'm up for the challenge. All right, let's jump into it. But to get started, we got our lunch sponsor today, Calvin. Calvin's here from Brian and Brian Inspections. Tough group. Come on up. Share what you got going on.
Yes. So happy New Year to everybody in the brokerage. My name is Calvin Walker. I'm an account executive for Brian and Brian Inspections. I do a lot of work with the big teams, big agents already here in the office, like Jimmy Villanueva. Mr. Renato actually just booked his client this morning. One thing I value about myself is I always, microphone, that's right. Sorry.
That way they can hear you online.
Hello, okay. So I do a lot of work with a lot of the big teams in here. One thing I value about myself is I'm 24/7. I work weekends. Anytime you need me, reach out to me. My agents know 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm always there to answer a text, call, email. I love whenever I can depend on somebody because I know what it feels like to call someone and they don't answer you for about an hour and so on and so forth. Clients waiting for you to get back to them. So I value myself with that as well. Another thing about us, we do a free termite inspection, pay at close option with all of our inspections. All my inspectors are non-alarmist trained, not going to scare your clients at all. We go to San Antonio, Dallas, Austin. We do Saturday inspections and we do commercial. We do commercial for most of all the KW commercial agents around Houston, and they go nationwide as well. Another thing about us, we have a loyalty program. So the more you use us, the more we give back to you as an agent. And we always have discounts for every month on our sales portal. So I look forward to contacting you guys. I'm going to reach out so we can set a one-on-one, meet with you guys, that I can learn your business and we can do some business together this year, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Sounds great. Okay, good deal. Thank you so much. All right, here's a little summary of the big things that we got going on. Rui's going to come here and help me with it. So here we go.
All right, the first thing that we've got going on is the battle of the best showdown. So it's a competition that we're starting here, starting January 7th, which is today, excuse me. So we're looking for the individuals who are signing the most agreements, buyers or seller agreements between now and February 28th. So you've got about a month and a half to do this. So get out there, talk to all your buyers, talk to all your sellers, and it's for buy and sell only, not on the lease side, okay? So get out there and start talking to your clients. Let's get some stuff
How do
going
we
on.
know if I'm winning? How do you keep track?
We are gonna, you've got to have everything into the, into Command. set up and ready to go because that's how we're tracking it. So if you guys are the ones that are doing things at the last minute, and if it's on February 28th, you're tough luck. Get it out there like the moment if you coach with me, you know that I tell you guys put everything out there like the second you get the paperwork in there, let compliance have it. If there's something wrong, they'll know. You'll get it done quick, right? So just FYI, the competition starts today, ends February 28th.
Questions on that?
First place is you get your HER annual membership paid for. Second place is you get
You're reimbursed because you should have
reimbursed.
already paid them. Okay.
Reimbursed. The second one is going to be a monthly agent bill up to $134. And the third place is going to get an MREA playbook. Esther, you had a question?
No, we have three categories if you can see.
So we have the ones for the individuals that are in the PC program. We have the ones for the agents that are solo agents. And then we have the groups and teams. You're all competing with each other, amongst your own group.
No excuses.
Yeah. Agreement.
Agreement.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Buyer rep agreements, listing agreements.
Yes. All right. So
No leases.
no leases. Come on, guys.
Leases will keep you fed, but this is a competition to get buyers and sellers.
So tomorrow we have a CE class here called Headshots. Clover Credit Solutions, along with Naz from Orbit Title, is doing this class. I've heard it's really good. They've done it in several other offices and different things like that. They'll go over some tips and tricks about credit repair as well as how to do headshots properly. And these ladies are really good at what they do. So if you have the opportunity, come tomorrow. There is an event, Eventbrite, so you'll see the flyers around the office. Please do register for the class.
If you do your headshot good, it'll last for 30 years, right?
Maybe even longer than that.
Stop it. Okay. All right.
All right. And then we've got our Mortgage 101. Dale and his team does this quite often. I say new agents, seasoned agents, everybody come here. It's going to be on the 15th, which is Thursday of next week. You're always going to learn. I'm always in the office and I'm listening to what's happening, and there's always something that I learned from the class as well. So if you get a chance, come out. It'll be a great opportunity to ask any mortgage lending question you can think of. Dale and his team are a great resource to have, and we're blessed to have them. So take advantage of that.
This Greg. Come on, Greg.
Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, let's start the year a little bit more energy. Happy New Year, everyone. Awesome. So my name is Greg Saintfour. I'm your marketing director here at your office. So I just have a few updates. Of course, I have this AI class at the end of the month, January 27th, is the 2026 AI Toolkit. So all of you guys are already using AI, right? Got it. So guess the thing with AI, there's always something new. So that's one, right? And there's always a ways to use it more efficiently. So, I built out a few AI tools that will streamline some of the things that you might already be doing, right? So everything from script writing to image creation, even some workflows. So I'm gonna send more information about this, but this is gonna be a pretty high level class on AI. So if you're new or you have a lot of experience, I'm gonna have something that's gonna be really great for you. And I also will have time after the class for some general Q&A. So if you have some troubleshooting issues or things you're having challenges with, this is gonna be an opportunity for you to ask some questions with it. Also, you probably received the email this morning or earlier today asking about your agent profile or agent marketing desk. So hey, if you need to update your headshot, of course, there's headshots that session that's tomorrow. But then we have your contact information. This helps us when we support you. So when you order signs, or when we send you the monthly content, or we do the listing marketing, when we have your updated information, it gets to you a lot faster. So some of you, I know we don't have the updated information because you have a Yahoo email address that I know you don't really use. So make sure you send us a reply and then send us your updated contact information. Another special announcement I want to have that I did ask someone to my team, so to have more support for you guys, and then that's Shamika, who's back there. So that's Shamika. So my goal is to have more support for you guys. Marketing is a really big deal in real estate, and my goal is to have as much resources, education, and do as much for you as possible. So that's all I got for you. Look forward to working with all of you for 2026. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, Norman.
Have all of y'all seen this?
Oh, we can see that so clearly. That's so easy.
I know this is small, but I posted this on our Facebook and I've emailed it to you. You should have this. These are the new Trek documents, right? If you're using any of the old ones, you're out of compliance. So check your folders in .loop and DocuSign because they don't auto-populate the new ones. You have to delete them and add the new ones. I'm almost done with all of the .loop side of it. DocuSign is all done already. Okay, so be patient. If you find anything, please let me know. Okay, that's
What's the big ones they need to make sure right away? What do you
your
see?
buyer representations and your listing. Okay, that's the biggest ones right now. Yeah. Can you what? Oh, the IABS too. That was done on the 1st. These were due on the 5th. They were released on the 5th, and now they're mandatory to use. So check your documents, okay? And check them. By the way, you got to check them from the other agent too. It's not just you.
Okay, thank you. All right.
We got a video. Play it again.
Okay, Keller Williams, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. First of all, I apologize I'm not able to be there with y'all in person to make this announcement. I'm at a family reunion at beautiful, snowy Colorado. So excited about that. I just want to come on here and share real quick that we have an amazing opportunity. If you've ever known someone to run a marathon, or if you've ever seen people at the finish line of a marathon, you know how inspiring that can be, and that's what it's all about. Hashtag 2026. So we are going to start out the new year. We have about 18 slots left. We're going to be at mile 21.6 handing out water in that final stretch of the marathon. So I can't wait. We get to be inspired by these people, and we get to inspire them as well as they are on their last leg. They always say the last 6 miles is the true marathon, and we get to be there for that. So can't wait. Your go-to source is going to be the Keller Williams Facebook private page. So just know all the information will be on there. There's a link. You click on the link, you register, and then to be continued on the information. So cheers to that. Super excited about this opportunity, y'all. I can't wait to serve with you guys. You can always sign up other people in your family as well. You just have to do it separately. So just click that link, sign up, and then I will be posting all kinds of information as I get it under the comment section on that post. So just know I'm here for y'all. I cannot wait to start off our year, y'all, doing something special and meaningful this Sunday, y'all. It is this Sunday, 6:15 to 1:50. And listen, I know it's early. I'm not a morning person. It's going to be worth it. It will be worth it. So just know I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to it. So cheers to that. Y'all enjoy your week. See you soon.
Okay, so y'all know about the Houston Marathon, right?
Anybody running it?
Anybody? No?
Nobody in here?
Oh.
Bill Rothschild, their business partner investor, he's running it again this year. I know.
We'll
for
see
sure.
him. We'll see him there if you're volunteering, okay? So go sign up. It's on our Facebook. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll get you the link. But I already signed up too. So it's early. That
Signed
means-
up to run or just work the marathon?
No, I'm not running.
Oh, okay, got it.
I'm too old to run. But we're volunteering at that station at 21.5 miles, okay? It's a long ways for them to get there, but it'll be worth it. We are, as the Keller Williams, if you don't know it, we have volunteered to man that station. You can use this as your PR, your marketing, and whatever. Come and volunteer. If you want to come out and be with us, then come on out. But, we'll be there for a while. It's fun. This will be my second time to volunteer at a big event. One of them was a Ironman. And that was an all-day thing there. But this marathon, you'll see some people coming in, like over an hour and something. And then some of them will finish by 12 o'clock.
What's the temperature Sunday?
I
anybody
didn't
know?
look.
Oh, perfect.
42.
That's perfect marathon.
Come on out
Gets
and
too hot
volunteer.
like this. It's not
Okay.
good.
Be a
Okay.
part of something and be.
Maybe it'll inspire you to run it next year.
Hey, look, he ran it before, didn't you? Oh, he did the half. Okay.
You ran the full?
Get out of here, Mike. Whoo! That's good. That's good. Okay. Oh, hard drawing.
All right. As you know, we have hard dues. They're due every year. And they're past due at this point. You know, our favorite thing of running a brokerage is chasing after the people who haven't paid their HAR dues. and yet we do a competition because we'd like to pay for it. So we're going to roll it. This is for how many in November? Just one, right? One in November, and this is our winner. You do not have to be present to win.
Drawing names are in both, okay? So from November and the December paying people are in.
Oh yeah, you get 2 tickets for November if you paid in November and 1 in December. So, okay, let it roll. Let it spin, whatever we're going to say. Who is it, Barbara? Azizi. Azizi's not here or online? Okay. No, we're not rolling again. They get to win. It's not a part of it. That was for November, correct? Okay, that's December. Oh, who won November? Oh, Darnell Cleary. Name, been here forever. We just don't see it. Okay, great. The rest of you, you don't win nothing. Take care of your dues. You can jump into it. All right, anything else? Okay, you guys get to hear from me. This was asked for me to come and share, but I'm going to give you a little bit of perspective, right? And to work on priorities in the market that we're in. Who was in business in 2007, 8, 9? Who was in business? A handful. Norman, LaDonna. Serena doesn't want it. She's halfway committed at the door. She was in business. I got my license in 2007 and in 8, and back there, just to give you some validity, not to do it, I was the rookie of the year that year. The record's only been beat one time, what I did in GCI. The name doesn't matter who beat it. She'll be happy to share that at another team meeting, but yet she's not here. And yet it gives you perspective at the time. Here's what I tell you. I didn't know any different. All the noise, all the things that didn't matter, it didn't. This is a hyper local business. We have buyers and sellers. When we don't have clarity, right, and we don't help people through it, we lose on the opportunity. Here's the good news. There's going to be more sales in 2026 in Fort Bend County, Houston area than there was in 25. There's going to be more opportunities. How that showed up, we don't know, but here's what I want you to know, is just to give you some clarity to move forwards. So I don't get to come in front of you enough, but I want today is to give you clarity for the opportunity that's here and not, right, the opportunities in front of you, not to put pressure on you. Because if you enter into this in a desperation or do pressure or you have to hit something, that'll show up in your conversations. We want to show up. We can be highly present. There's a quote that I use. It comes from Susan Fried Scott. She wrote the book, Fierce Conversations. And in the book, she says, while one single conversation cannot change the trajectory of your business, your life, or career, one conversation can. Participate as it matters, because it does. So here's what we know right now, right? We don't have as many urgent buyers. You can correct me on this in the market. We have longer decision cycles. If you got in this market, especially right at COVID and after, this is going to feel really weird to you. If you're back in business, like LaDonna, back a few years ago, right, LaDonna, not to put you on the spot, raise your hand so they know. When did you get your license? 88. She's just getting started. Her best days are ahead of her, right, LaDonna? Yes, 88. This is going to feel a little bit longer because people have longer time to make a decision. Price is really, really critical, and they're going to hear more noise than options. Here's a great narrative that I hear. I'll wait until interest rates get better so it doesn't cost me as much to borrow money. Have you heard that? I'm just wondering. I'm not out working with buyers and sellers every day. I work with agents every day, and I hear that. Have you heard that noise? And what's your conversation back to them? Are interest rates going to go down? What we know this year, are they going to go down further?
Yes.
Highly likely that they will go down. How much, we do not know. You can visit. Your mortgage people will always be hesitant to give you a number because then they feel it. Dale, are interest rates going to go down this year? Yes, sir. Yeah, they will go down. So we're going to wait until interest rates go down. So when interest rates or the cost of borrowing money goes down, what will occur? Demand will go up. And when demand goes up, what happens? Prices go up. Come on, this is just 101, by the way, and I don't think we understand this enough because we got to have real critical desires. Now's the time to buy a house. Now's the time. And if that time interest rates significantly lower, right, your lender, Dale, will be happy to do what? Refinance it. So we use this concept, but I don't think we have this conversation today. We have to create urgency with our buyers now to really help them. Here's what else I will tell you is, young people, what is the average age that people are now getting into their first property? Yeah, it's pushing
38.
toward 40 years old. Are you kidding me getting in our, now that's just telling you we have an affordability issue in our country, by the way. That's not going away, but we got to come up with solutions to help our people to do it. And we have options for them. But if you can get a young person in their 20s into a home and have a home ownership, what does that do? What does that do for them financially? It sets them up. If you look at any studies, when you look at net worth, y'all know what net worth is, and the gap between a renter who stays and rents into their 40s to a 20-year-old, the gap gets huge. And the gap's only going to get bigger. We can help people build net worth and long-term wealth in that. It's just a one step on the journey. So we got it. We don't have urgent buyers, but we have to create them. And we're here to give them the information. We can't convince them. Here's all the information. Would you buy a home today? I would buy a home today. Because when's the best time to buy real estate? Right now. It would have been better right before COVID or 20 years ago. Because if you own property before COVID, right, it's significantly my net worth in my house, right? Andy and I, it drastically changed because of COVID. And we said, doggone it, I wish I owned more real estate. Here's an opportunity that you have right now. And if you don't own a home, we got to figure out a plan for you to get in and we drink the water that we sell. And there's solutions, a way to go about it. Get really intentional about it, right? Our transactions continue to be down modestly. This is comparing over to last year. Why does that matter? What happens? When transactions are down, available income is down. And when available income is down, what happens with agents in our business? LaDonna, what happens? They get out. So income goes down, right? By the way, it's the way it works. This is income. This is agents. I'm taking this from my favorite book. What's my favorite book? Shift book is even my favorite book, right? And everything goes down. And then, right, when income goes up, so will the agents, but it lags behind. So here's the good news for you. Income is going to go up, meaning the number of transactions, and the agent count is going to be behind. We're going to have a lot of people get on the business. So I'm telling you that if this is your first year, I got good news for you. Do what you're supposed to do. Available income, and we're going to hit a sweet spot in here. I don't know where it is, where you're not competing with as much people, and you can make some money in this business. We've seen it before. It's going to show up this year. That's the good, but you got, yeah, it's not going to just fall in your sky and somebody's going to call you. Oh, I noticed you got your license, so I gave you a call. No one gives a crap that you have your real estate license. They care that you have the knowledge and expertise to help them through a transition. So there's a difference between a seller's market, a balanced market, and a buyer's market. And we base that off of inventory. What does inventory mean? Available houses, we call that month's supply of inventory. Anything less than 3 months of inventory, meaning hypothetically, if nothing came out in the market, the homes would all be gobbled up, right? We've been operating in the last 3, 4 years in a seller's market. Put something else on the market, it'll be gone. Now we've moved. We haven't gone to a buyer's market, right? I'm talking general in the city. We're in what we call a balanced market. And a balanced market doesn't stay there. It's like a clock that kind of moves back and forth. Some neighborhoods have their own ebb and flow to this. That's why you have to understand if you work Telfair, if you work Greatwood, if you work whatever area, you got to know the data in that market because they're all different. Everything's hyper local. But we're moving toward more of a balance. It's going to kind of hang out there in the middle. With that means skill's going to matter, right? Good news is average sales price is kind of really just holding steady. Nobody's losing money at this. More importantly, how many people have equity in their home right now? Yeah, some of you raised your hand because you go, I do. That's good news. I see the smile on your face. What about the percentage-wise in the United States? Anybody know? Come on, Rui, you go to all those meetings. They give this data all the time. The numbers that I'm hearing, it's all a little bit, people that actually have equity in their home, meaning their home is worth more than they owe, right? It's anywhere that I'm seeing 70 to 75%. So people have equity. Now, how many people own their house outright? I mean, they don't know anything. Anybody know what that percentage is? It's not quite 50. What I've seen is anywhere from around 35 to 40%, meaning they don't even have a mortgage on it. They're just sitting on a home that they own outright. That's good news. That's where we want people to be. Now, we also get people in here, right, that I call interest rate prison. You know what interest rate prison is? I got a house. It sits on 2.75. Dale helped me write it, right? We did 2.75. For me to go out today based on where I am and I wanted to move and have a transaction, what would I sit on today in an interest rate? 6. So my monthly payment would change. So people get so locked into where they are. What I'm telling you is it matters, but it can't matter that enough if we're not walking through the conversation of what the needs is, right? Because if something goes on in our lives and we have a transition that needs to be made, the lifestyle and where we are, I just know the cost of money is just going to look different. We probably will not, I'll look to the old people on this, we probably will not see 2.75 again in some of our lifetimes. Just won't happen. That was so rare. But in people's mind, they think that's going to occur again. When Andy and I bought our first home, it was 8.25. We found interest rates to get there and we were ecstatic. Because it didn't matter. We just sat down and go, let's have a conversation of where we are. So the price, accuracy, and walking through people really matters right now. Can we sell a home in 30 days in Fort Bend County? Hold on. Yes, we can. Can we sell a home in less than 30 days, Tasha, in Fort Bend County? How do we do it? We got to price it right, and what else? Well, hold on. We got to price it right. And what else? Condition. Make it turnkey and able to turn. Because if I have a turnkey property that somebody could walk in and live today, and I price it competitively, the number I would do, I'm telling you, that thing would move in 30 days. You're like, come on, Chad. No, the problem is that we have an overpriced, we're not competitive, and it needs some things done with it, and you're going, oh, it really didn't matter. Right? It's the tale of two markets. You're either in it, price and condition matter, or you're out of it. This is that simple. Now, I get it. Some of you have some difficult clients, and it's just not one conversation you got to keep, but you got to be direct with them. Got to be direct with people over time. Gives buyers more choices. Sellers need some guidance. Boy, do they need some guidance. And they know more than you because they've sold 2 houses in their lifetime. Nobody else has somebody like that? Oh, we've sold real estate today. Great, I appreciate the fact. But just to make sure you and I are on the same page, let's walk through here and make sure. Now, when price, days on market goes up, communication becomes more powerful than ever with your clients. Number one complaint that we get from a broker is what? From a client. Yeah, my agent is not talking to me. So we call them, and not looking at anyone in this room, by the way, and we ask our agent, your client says you're not reaching out to them. What do they say? Come on, Israel, you know what they'll say. I didn't have anything to tell them. And then we go, then you communicate everything. If you don't have anything to tell them, you still communicate that with them. But price improvements are really critical. I'm telling you today, research after research, if you can hit the market aggressively and competitively, you'll make the seller more money. Got to have it. It's going to take. So we want to go days on market. When market stays on the home, what goes on? People assume, oh, there's something wrong with this property. And you got to get really good at negotiating. What's a great book if you're going to master negotiating? There's one I would tell you sticks out above anywhere else. That's a good one. Never Split the Difference, to me, is by far the #1 book on negotiating. I would put that on your list to read. Because if you are the best negotiator in Fort Bend County when it comes to properties, I'm telling you, business will find you. Go master a skill. So conversations need to be mastered. Consultation skills. Consultation is there to tell people what they need to hear, right? Not to give them the good news and go, oh my gosh, I want a listing so bad, I'll do whatever it takes. And I ask people all the time, I go, great, you got a listing. Can you sell it? Well, yeah. No, tell me why you can sell this property. No, we got it competitively priced. We know it's out on the market, and we know why we're in a favorable position on condition-wise to sell. Because the buyers will go find something, by the way. Oh, we're down. They have to decide between 2 houses. And yours doesn't get it. What did they tell you? It's overpriced and not in the right condition. And if you've had one of those, it's because you didn't do the things that we asked you to do. Go ask them. And it might cause somebody to say, we're going to choose not to work with you. That's good news too, by the way. Because the ones that you hold on to, they suck the life out of you. And then you come in as a team leader and a leader, and then you want to tell me about it, and it sucks the life out of me too. Am I right, Linda? Yes. So choosing to do business people that you're in alignment with, and if they're not willing to honor your and respect the value and the expertise you bring, just say, I think we'd be better off, right? This listing appointment is going to go 1 of 3 ways. One is we're going to be on agreement and you're going to choose to list with me. That's going to be fantastic. 2 is, quite frankly, you don't like what I have to say and you're going to choose not to work with me. That'd be disappointing. Or the 3rd is, I might not choose to work with you. And people, when you say that, will say, what? What? What does that mean? Let me expand. If you and I can't be on the same page and meet each other's expectation and make this a really good deal, I'm going to choose to back out and part now as friends. And some of you, you got some clients, you need to part now as friends. Right? Yep. I got somebody great for you that will take an overpriced listing and not do the conditions that we need to. They happen to work in my office. She didn't call anybody out by name. Don't be that agent that takes it, by the way, okay? Conversations still create closings, not ads, not automation. Human conversations win trust. Let me get clear on this. AI is here to support you to be more efficient so you can be more physically present. At the end of the day, no one's going to do business with you unless they have a conversation with you. To think that you don't have to get on the phone and call people is ridiculous. Oh, I'm just going to set up a smart plan and I'm going to run some ads on Facebook and my whole world and lead generating, they're just going to all come to me. It's not going to happen. Now, those things are important, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to be proactive to go find people and have good quality conversations. Here's my thoughts on AI and artificial intelligence. I was at an event in San Diego. I have an office there, and they did a luxury event at a high-end jewelry store. and they were talking about diamonds, right? And there are two types of diamonds. Diamonds are still a girl's best friend? Is that true? If you say you don't like diamonds, I think you're lying, right? But anyways, there's two types of diamonds. What are the two? Lab created, which is artificial, and natural. We won't mind and go. We won't talk about how we got them or anything. Don't let that part of it. So here's what's happened with that. And the lady was articulating it. You had natural, rare diamonds, and you had lab grown. Lab grown shows up on the market and it explodes on the market, and people find out that they can buy lab grown for 30%, basically a third of what a natural diamond takes. And when they did that, what happened when the lab growns, the natural diamonds went down in value. Then after time, people started to learn that they were lab grown. How do we know that it's lab grown? We can figure that out pretty quick. If you have some big honking diamond on your hand, not looking at anybody, I don't know you, and we kind of know what you make each year and what you have, we know that's not a natural. So what has happened, and this is in Southern California, small diamonds started showing back up that they're natural and rare, right, on people, and they knew it was natural. And so now all of a sudden, the natural diamonds has gained its, anybody in the jewelry business here? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? That's okay, I can do this. Now naturals have gone back up in value, and the lab grown has found its place. Lab grown is still appropriate, but they're usually using if it's going to be integrated in another piece of jewelry, or if it's something not as significant as an engagement ring or a wedding, it still has its place, right? I bought my wife some lab grown diamond, and I told her, I didn't tell her these were, and I said, this is why I bought them for you. But they don't show up on something that could be more significant. Because she almost lost them one time. She thought she lost them. We were able to find them. And if it was natural and I had to pay that, woof, I'd have got a little bit more excited. Lab grown, I'm like, I could handle it. We'll go get you another pair if that's what it takes. It still takes money, by the way. You get the idea. Same with AI. Do not think it showed up in our market, but we now know today when you create something that is artificial. Videos, I'm telling you, you can see them. You can see it in your social media content. Not saying it's bad. Natural, authentic pieces is going to this year, you're going to see it flood the market. You're going to see people when you're being authentic, you're natural, and you're having the conversations. Now, an AI has its place. It's a great filler. It can make us more efficient, by the way. It's like the internet. Internet had a big impact. We all use the internet. If you don't, we look at you like you're crazy. There was a time that people said, I will not use the internet. I am not getting on there and reading anything on there. I don't trust it. Probably still shouldn't trust it. But now it's AI. Yes, I say please and thank you to all AI devices. People go, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? If they take over the world, they knew that I was kind to them. Okay, sorry. Skill continues. I'm going to keep wrapping this. Skill beats speed right now. Buyer consultations. When we had the lawsuit that occurred, right? Was this going on 2 years ago? And kind of, we do some of this stuff to ourselves, right? We weren't fully transparent with commissions. We didn't articulate ourselves with our value. We didn't get buyer reps done. We had agents in here would just close deals and not worry about buyers reps. And then the world changed. It cost big brokerages stupid amounts of money. The consumer got nothing out of that, by the way. But now it caused us to be able to go I cannot work with you, a buyer, unless you put something in writing. And more importantly, the writing is, I need to know that make sure is if I'm going to spend my time with you, you see me as valuable, I'm going to give you insight, and I'm going to get paid. It's good news. That was good. But you got to be able to have those conversations. So you can do the buyer rep agreement, you can do the short form, or this form I wish would never have come out. There's one other form that you can use. What is it? Unrepresented. Take that, throw that away, by the way. You can use it as a broker level. You got to have something in writing. I'm not telling you, I'm telling you this as a coach. I'm telling you, as this as somebody is, if somebody's not going to be committed to you and work with you and don't see your value, say bye. Or as Ashton like to say deuces. Just get them out of your world. But what we've learned with all the commission talk and all the buyer reps, what have we learned from top people about their commissions in the last 2.5 years? They've actually made more money. It's actually been good news to them. They've been able to lean into it and tell them, I don't have a choice. And their actual commission rate has gone up. That has been a trend that we've seen. So be able to have, their percentage of what they were making per deal. No, yeah, they got closer to 3. Yeah, great question. Before they were hovering around low 2s. And now they're hovering closer to 3. Is a trend that we've seen with top people. They've made more money per transaction. Okay. Well, now this creates an opportunity where we can articulate their value. Before, we had to run so fast and people just wanted to see value and we didn't sign anything and we just got them into homes. We never had a place to pause and articulate value and how we got paid, and it cost us money. Lean into the conversation, articulate the value, and if somebody wants a kickback or whatever you want to call it, I'm not using technical terms, some of them we have to say bye to. Well, if I don't use them, they're going to go to somebody else. Okay. Well, this is my first deal. I just need to get something else going. Do not get down on this value. Articulate your value, stick to it. Here's what we've also learned. The consumer respects this industry and what you have to offer. They will use. We've had agents in this office who've had their best year ever because they respect it and they value the opinion that we have. If you don't, let's get better at it. And we have all sorts of opportunity to improve your conversations. And it's the expectation. To us to work together, we got to come to an agreement. And I'm telling you, you're going to make more money this way. You do want to make more money, correct? Right? You have some limiting beliefs that come into you and go, Chad, you just don't understand. And I'm telling you, the general theme is when you articulate your expectation and values, the consumer in the United States will pay for it. Of course, you're going to meet the knucklehead or the ones that's going to bite over you who just don't think you're worth anything. Just go next. Please go next. And at the end of the day, they're the ones who suck the most life out of us and will probably sue us. And then have confidence in your negotiation. Have confidence. Because if you meet up with a really top agent and they know what they're doing, they'll eat you up and spit you out. I'm not looking at anyone. I'm telling you who they are, right? And our commitment is we want to be the best when it comes to skill-based training. We want to be the best when it comes to coaching and accountability. We want to have honest marketing messages, right? Why people to do you. And this is support, not pressure. Whose goals are they? How many have your written goals out on a piece of paper for 26? You have it written down and you have it. You don't have your goals written down, Melanie Horn? You know I was going to call you out. You just sit over there and give me that stare. Why is it so critical to have your goals written down? It's what? Yeah, it can still exist. We can talk about what our goals out loud, and that's pretty good. It gives us clarity. But there's something powerful about having a piece of paper with your written goals, no fluff of what you're committed to, that you put in front of yourself and you look at every day. So there was a time, I'll tell you a little story on goal setting. We had in Bold, they had this thing called the Bold Planner. I don't know if they still have it today. Okay, it's my favorite tool. And as I've been a MAPS leadership coach for 8-9 years. One Christmas, they used to send us kind of cool little gifts. They sent that as a gift, the Bold Planner. You know what I said? I'm like a snotty little kid. I went, really? That's our gift? I went, wow. But inside I go, all right, somebody sent it to me. I'm going to make a commitment to filling this out. And it had the 411 in the Bold Planner. Anybody have it with them right now? The format that I like. And you know what? I'm on a journey. I'm going to fill this out. So when you do a 411, what is a 411? Besides Israel, because he teaches the class that you guys didn't pay attention to when he taught it. They don't pay attention to me either. It's okay. What's a 411? Anybody know what's the number stand for? 4 weeks. So there's 4 weeks in a month, 1 month, right? 1 year. So you should have a year goal, a monthly goal, and weekly goals. It's called a 411. You should have your top priorities on your left side, your top priorities on your business side, right? For your life side, personal. So those are the ways you write a 411, and you do it in a very high priority bucket. It's your big rocks. This comes from the 80-20 principle. Anybody know what the 80-20 principle is? Tell it to me. Before you leave, Linda, you got to tell me the 80-20 principle. There you go. That's the concept. We call that the big rod. She was just trying to sneak out. I just got to put her on. So if you've ever seen the video with the big rocks, the pebbles, and the sand, you know a video? You can go Google it. It's the professor. You got to put your big rocks in first, then your pebbles and your sand will fill it in. We still got to take care of the 80%. But if you put in the little stuff, the sand or the pebbles first, you won't have room for the big priorities and the big rocks. That's a 411, and it comes down to a math problem. And you got to get really clear on writing it out. So let me give you some examples. One of the things that I say, maybe you've heard this before, Israel, you can't talk because he already knows this. And he's like, he tells the same story. You guys are new. Most of you haven't heard it yet. Just because you have doesn't make it good. I want to have a strong marriage. How in the heck do you put that in a 411? Okay, let's break this down. Shush, Barbara. What's the one thing that my wife, Andy, your broker of record, wants from me? Diamonds is good. Yes. She does that too, but stop. Time. She wants time. And she has a code, an official name for this. It's called what? A date night. So a date night is, and so how many do I have to do in a year? 12, usually that's where I end up. But the number I've written down is 24. So if I do 24 date nights, 2 per month, articulate into it, and it's a date night where I call up and go, hey, babe, I got us reservations in the restaurant. And she says every time, oh, you're asking me out on a date? Yes, dear. And I have to be present when I'm there. Now, if we just find our way to a restaurant, and we don't have any kids, and we sit there, that doesn't count, right? So, but I tell you that is, it doesn't mean if I show up and I'm present, that doesn't mean the rest of the pebbles in the sand, the 80% don't matter. I still have to do things. But if I put those big rocks in first, everything else will flow. That's the power of a 411. You could do that with an investment, right? So you're going to go, you know what? This year is the first time. This is going to be, I'm going to buy my first investment home. So you make a plan. To buy an investment home right now and you need to get financing, how much, Dale, would you need to put down? 20%. So let's just say you're going over a $300,000 home. You know you would need about $60,000. So then you articulate that out and you go, you know what, if I could set $5,000 a month, my goal is 60, I could set $5,000 a month into a savings that I have for an investment property, and then you build that up, that would be in your 411. And you could take advantage. Maybe you move a little faster, a little slower, doesn't matter. Then you put that over in the business side, right? I tell you, in Old Ignite, I don't know why they got rid of it. Old Ignite, they taught a concept called the 411. Not the 411, the 410s, excuse me. We have markers that still don't work at this place. Whatever. It's over here. Have a marker. Okay, the 410. Anybody remember what those are? 410s? Nobody? No, 10 conversations, 10 handwritten notes per week. 10 people added to your database. And 10 homes previewed per week, not per day. Okay, here's the power of consistency. The power is if you do 10 conversations, in Bold we teach 20. If you did 10 handwritten notes, those still work, by the way. You send a young person a handwritten note, they don't even know what it is, and they open it up with great, like, wow, somebody actually wrote me a note. Keep sending those. You add 10 people to your database, because our ultimate goal in original Ignite was to get you to have 200 people in your database to start your career. And then the last piece is you preview 10 homes per week. You know what's on the market. You study the market. You have a feel with new construction. If you're going, I can't do 10, that's too much, then I'll say commit to 5 a day. Do 5 every day. Can't skip a day. You're consistently going after this. And you have somebody who holds you accountable for it. You're going, 5's too many, Chad. Then I'll say, you know what? Start with 1. 1 conversation, 1 handwritten note, 1 person added to your database, and preview 1 home. You don't get to do it a week. You'd have to do it in a day. You don't get holidays and weekends off. So Serena, you can answer this. If I was starting out in my career and I had 365 conversations in a year, I wrote 365 people, I put 365 people in a database with good quality information, put them on a smart plan, and I previewed 365 homes in Fort Bend County. After my first year, what would my business look like? Yeah, at least conservatively, how many deals do you think of? Yeah. And it would look like this. It would look like a hockey stick. It would go slow, 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 slow. Then all of a sudden it would take off. And it's consistency every day. And it's having the conversations and doing things that matter. That is a timeless training that never goes away. Don't let AI, social media, creating content get away with a very basic. I'm not saying don't do those things. Don't hear me. I'm telling you, be really disciplined on those approach. And that's how you get there. Is consistency every day. Now, go out and shoot 2 pieces of content per week, put it on social media, go host an open house, do it right, couple a week. You add those over time, you will have a big business. You will have a big business, and then really get good at your conversations and really listen to people. People will tell you exactly their motivation if you want, if you ask the right questions, and then just shut up and listen. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And the people who don't value them or value you and your services, say bye. You don't say it quite like that. You just go, you know what? I'd rather part now as friends, and I'm going to go work with people that value what I provide, because you do provide a great service. We learn that over time. So talk to 10 people you already know. Ask them what they're hearing about the market. Have some real conversation. When we say no scripts, real conversations is dialogue. We've gotten out of the word to use script because people feel like they're walking through it. Led to another lawsuit, by the way. So we just have real conversations. Have a framework and have answers. But if you're always worried about what you're going to say next, what happens? You never heard what they had to say. Ask the question and listen. People will tell you everything you need to know, probably in the first 30 seconds of a conversation if you ask the right things. Let's get skilled. Okay, 4 10s along the way will fix anything. Bold, we teach 20. If you haven't taken Bold, it's a training program that we have, right? When's the last time we've had one here? Yeah, who was the Bold coach? Scott Toombs. Yeah, we're due for another one or whatever matters, right? We have a new Ignite, same concept. It's just consistency over time. Just wins. There's just one thing you can't replace is consistency and just showing up and doing the work and getting better at your skill. Okay, that's all I got. All right, sponsors, come on up. Thank you, guys. Did you get some values out of that? What? Did you not get value out of it? Would you tell me if it was bad? No, you wouldn't. You lied. But you can come tell me. It won't hurt my feelings. Okay, take it away.
Woohoo! I always feel so motivated when I hear Chad speak. No lie. And I've been around him for, I don't know. Truly, I've been in this office for, 12 years, 13 years now, working for a title company. So yeah, when he comes back in, it's always good to hear from him. Happy New Year. Woohoo! My name's Christina. I work for Majestic Title. Two things I want to talk to you guys about today. Sorry for not having a handout. I didn't want to put this in writing. Number one, we have had an influx of calls come in about spouses getting deported and how we handle those transactions, or if there's anything that we can do to spearhead that from happening. So, fortunately for the people who are being deported, they don't lose their property rights in the state of Texas. So they no longer live here, but they still own a property. So if that's the case, meeting with attorneys and having roundtable discussions with underwriters and everyone in our industry, the spouse that did not get deported will have to file for divorce, because the only way for the other spouse to not have to sign at closing is if they file for divorce and then they also file what's called abandonment of property, and then we can close on the house. But let's not hope it gets to that. We can preempt or prevent that. Even so, if they, I need to tread lightly, are feeling like they're at jeopardy of being deported, we also have attorneys who are available and in line to have a POA prepared for them. And this, people are afraid to raise their hand or say, this could be me, this might happen to me. But just know that there are resources in the title industry, and especially with Majestic Title, to help those people get their assets taken care of in case the worst happens. So just food for thought, something to think about. Happy news, title rates are dropping. That's good for consumers. That's bad for my wallet. It's fine. It is dropping by 6.2%, and it goes in effect March 1st, technically March 2nd, because the 1st is the Sunday. What that means for Majestic is we make less money. We will not be raising our escrow fee, but some other title companies out there might be raising their escrow fee. So just keep that in mind. If you see increases on your settlement statements or anything like that, that is because we are taking a rate cut. So TDI felt that we're just rolling in the dough and they wanted to cut our rates. So insurance rates are dropping, or mortgage rates are dropping, and so is title insurance. So we're hoping for a great 2026, and we'd love to partner with you guys. We're going to have a fabulous 2026. Yes, ma'am. Sure. Mhm. Mhm. They can. They can still sign in the country that they're at. It's just when someone gets deported, they're gonna have to, they would be assigned an attorney. Um, some of them that we've tried to do right now, are hesitant to even sign anything because they're just so scared, basically. But yes, a POA is possible, as long as, I think it takes 72 hours or maybe 48 hours before they're supposed to be assigned a representative when it happens. But yeah, POAs are possible. They'll just take longer. So it's always best to get one prepared in the event that it happens. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Hello, I'm Anna Dittamore with Fidelity National Title. We're one of your sponsors, of course. I just wanted to first and foremost thank you all for all of your business. We're looking forward to a great 2026. We're very enthusiastic about it. I have Amy Montgomery. She's one of our escrow officers. I'm one of the escrow officers as well. And then Priscilla, she's our business development officer. And if you have any questions for Priscilla, any questions for us, always feel free to call us at the branch. Priscilla has some amazing tools to share with you as far as building your business, getting new listings. Just, my gosh, I could go on and on. It's quite amazing what Fidelity has come out with. And again, if you all have any questions for us or want to run a scenario by us, we have 4 escrow officers in our office that have over, I'll say this, 100 years combined experience. Priscilla's been in the business 30-something years, so we're all very well versed in title. So bring on your questions and we'll happy to help you. And thank you once again for all of you that do business with us.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Acosta. I am with Farmers Insurance. We are grateful to be KW Southwest insurance partner. We brand ourselves as a farmers agency, but we write through 15 to 20 different home insurance companies to serve you guys. I think right now is a good opportunity for us to redeliver our value proposition, what makes us different and better. And first of all, we are built for the real estate transaction. Every process, every system, every person in our office is built with you guys in mind. We have 20 of the smartest, kindest people you would ever want to work with. We are what I call Kellerized. We've been working with Keller Williams now for 16 years. We're the insurance partner to all of Joe and Chad and the group's market centers, including Southwest, Houston Central, and other market centers throughout the city and the state. Education is super important to us. And so Chad brought us some great education. I hope you guys apply that to your business. It's a great opportunity for those people that will go out and seize the opportunity. And we want to be there to serve you guys throughout the year. I think it's also important to know that these are your guys' partners, as Chad mentioned. Being a partner to a market center it's a privilege. And so we support things throughout the year, whatever it is, whether it's education, classes, the marathon, the Christmas party, things of that nature. And it's an opportunity for us to engage with you at a different level, because the reality is, just like realtors, there are insurance people throughout the city and the state that would gladly do business with you. But we do differentiate ourselves in the partnership program. We're vetted by the Market Center and the ALC, and we've been chosen. And so if we have not had a conversation, I would like to do that. You can find our contact information in the phone roster. You can take a picture of it over here behind Dale with the poster that is by design sitting there. And so as we go through the year, and I'll pause here, we're going to bring you guys some education, both here in the team meetings and in classes. And we look forward to continuing to serve y'all. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. To back up some of the stuff that Chad had to talk about, affordability is huge right now. That is the word that all buyers are looking at. How many of you have done a lease recently? You're people that are concerned about affordability, talk about interest rates, right? What is the interest rate they're paying on the lease that you just wrote for them? Anyone? It's 100%. Every dime that they pay in rent goes to their landlord. They get nothing out of paying that rent. Part of the conversation for you to have is exactly that. If you're concerned about interest rates and saving a couple of $100 a month in rate, how much do you think you're paying in rent right now? What is your interest rate in rent? Secondly, you can calculate that if the average age that someone's buying is 35 to 40 years old, and a few years ago it was 25, 26, 10 years that you're paying rent until you reach that 35, 40 year rate, age, 10 years of rent at $2,000 a month is $240,000. Do the math. Right now makes sense. Chad alluded to what is the percentage that a person that buys a home, the percentage of wealth that they have more than a renter. It's 40 times more wealth than a person that continues to rent. Owning a home is a way for them to build wealth and to also build their future for their family. Norman had a slide real quickly. We have a new program. We have a prescription for a mortgage for your buyers potentially that are doctors. As long as they are affiliated in the medical field, they could be a veterinarian, they could be a clinical specialist, they could be a doctor, heart surgeon, you name it. This program is available for them at 100% financing. That program's only been available through a couple of banks, local banks, big banks that you probably don't want to do business with. But no mortgage insurance on 100% financing up to $2 million. The doctors have to have 680 FICO scores. The current rate I priced out, this goes for jumbo and conventional rates or loan limits. is today at 6.875. On a $600,000 house, no mortgage insurance saves them $400 a month. This is an incredible program. We would love to be able to talk to your people that are interested in this opportunity. Thank you. We're here to help. Chad, thanks for being here.
Thank you guys so much. Back again next week. Turn to your neighbor and tell them you're going to make more money this year. All right. Have a great day.